Hey guys, how are you doing? This is Zeb from Zed Outdoors and I hope you're having an awesome day. So today I am at Spoontown 2023. If you're unfamiliar with Spoontown, Spoontown is the largest spoon carving gathering in the south of England, held annually here in the beautiful Kent countryside in the southeast of England. This is actually the second year it's been running and so far it's proven to be an absolute success. So the way Spoontown is set up is done in two components. There's Pretown, which is run over a Tuesday, Wednesday and half of Thursday, and in that there's a group of about 8 to 10 instructors with a small group of students that are studying with them over the 2.5 days, and it's a deep dive into various disciplines of spoon carving and associated craft. And then the main event, Spoontown, begins on the Thursday afternoon at about 3 p.m. when the remainder of the attendees arrive, and then there are shenanigans and events and all sorts of going on for the remainder of the weekend, including lots and lots of kind of half-day workshops, a lot of demonstrations, a lot of things to buy and sell, obviously other people in the spoon carving community to connect with, and it's a very, very international audience. We've had people from all over the country, all over Europe and elsewhere arrive for this event. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm actually here on the Thursday, and what I'm going to do is I took a few little bits of footage of the pre-town events that are going on to give you a bit of a flavour in terms of, you know, how it's all structured out, how it kind of looked and how it kind of panned out. And sitting there on the Thursday, the response has been amazing from the students who attended Pretown. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to interject a few bits of footage for Pretown, so I hope you enjoy. We'll put that in mind.
So I think I'm happy with the stage that I am with the spoon bowl.
Yep.
But my handle is a bit wobbly.
Okay.
This surface is alright, seems to me, but
yep.
I'm not sure if go with the wobbliness or.
Okay.
And also, yeah, this is close to the template.
Yeah.
But again, I do want you to practice what you showed before
the curves.
the transition.
Well, you've definitely got enough material there to put a curve into it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely a thing. I think that template is widest here and narrows towards the end. So I realistically think all you've got to do, if you want to straighten it up, is bring that in a little bit. So this might be the time when the actual spoon, rather than the template, gives you a better idea. So.
The finished product. You mean?
Yes.
So taking the one that you had, putting it on top, and.
Yeah, just.
Okay.
I mean, you've got to make it like your own thing, and you've got to decide where the wood wants to come off. Maybe this has started to just follow the grain a little bit, and that's okay. But this, in a way, I'd say this design sort of lends itself a bit more to straight lines.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you're hitting the spine, I think. Yeah. It's very subtle, isn't it?
Gosh, so much.
That's better.
Yeah. So it's alright to like go super slow at the beginning.
Yeah.
Just to see
definitely.
what I'm actually doing.
Yeah, get the muscle memory, get the angles, and then it's trying to move your hips and your upper body so you keep that position with the arms.
That might be a bit about it because I don't want to take much more. Right, okay, and then on to you with the tip down.
Alright.
You get that bit where it flares out.
Thank you. Try this tall one actually. So,
Yeah.
So if you start there, you'll get a harsh cutting. So you've got to do it all, but you do that bit quickly. Right. Push it a bit more. That's it. You want to start in the middle there. That'll be alright.
Hold the pencil more that way. If your pencil upright for that line, it'll be a lot easier.
So just go right there.
Yeah, that's it. That could be a great line. And then, like you were saying earlier, corner, corner, flat.
That way.
Yeah. So, that bit.
I'm just taking that
crank.
Yeah.
That
But I've just realised, yeah, I've just realised it.
Otherwise
Yeah.
it'd rip out.
It will.
Dan, when you're doing this cut, the knife has to either, if it's kind of like over at an odd angle, you're just risking cutting something.
So I prefer that kind of.
If you're doing
Move
that,
most.
I tend to have this pointing out and come from underneath, and that way you can see exactly where the blade is cutting. Where if you're cutting this way, you haven't quite got the same control, and you're bringing your knife round.
Yeah, she said she's got an online. She's got an online book. So I think she said make sure you guys have got my email address, which is really helpful. And she said I'll send you a link to it. So have a look at that. Yeah. Yes. To the both of us, I thought, goodness, that, I mean, an opportunity to use very well.
On that point. Haha. What are you doing?
I think we need to take more here, right?
Yeah,
To get the line
absolutely.
straighter.
To get the line
Yeah.
straight and then match up the other side.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Can you just feel? Yeah, it's because it's thick there. Look, we've got that little crack.
Yeah. So I could take it.
It shouldn't go any further. I'm hoping it won't, but it might be better to get it thinner.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Okay. Have a look at the side. This is where you've got bulk. Can you see the in the outline? So you need to flatten that up. Keep that. That's fine there. Get rid of that bump there.
Yeah. So we bent it, and now Harald will just have to carve it to bend.
It's left-handed, but it feels completely
Difficult, you know, you sort of really.
That's what we're doing for tomorrow.
I've done a few of these. I've done a few of these.
Yeah, so it's getting long haul. Oh, there's a bit there. Look. Oh, that's very thick. Yeah, that's really hefty. Getting long bits because they machine it, they heat it up, then they put it in a vise and flatten it. But getting wide stuff is quite difficult. Way through. Yeah, what I often get a pencil. Just get a pencil, John, and what I would do, maybe leave that end there. Yep. And then we'll have a little sort of like a well in the middle there. Okay. Doesn't need to go to the edges. In fact, definitely doesn't want to go to the edges. No, not near, because we're going to cut a bit off. So sort of hollowing it out there. Yep. And then when you get to the, sometimes you can do it by just seeing where the light goes through. That's pretty damn near. The other thing you can do is.
Now that I've seen them make kind of
I mean, sometimes you can. Yeah. So there you go. And if Harold, if you want to carry on doing that, you're most welcome. You've got 2 drills, of course. So if people feel confident about doing it themselves, then by all means. People feel confident?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Why exactly? I told you. Why not? Look, I'm not sitting here all day. I am sitting here all day. Wait a minute. What is it I'm doing?
Where am I?
Yeah. Who am I? Where am I? Okay, so there's a second.
I know, look at that.
Absolutely amazing, yeah. So, well, that is what. Remember that we're doing. Always work. Yeah, good, thank you. So. So remember that you're using this part of the axe and you're trying to do a bit of a slicing thing, because it only take little bits off at a time. Then you don't make a mistake.
Thank you.
So there you go, that is a few bits of footage from the Pretown over the Tuesday and Wednesday full days, also the Thursday half a day. So now this is Spoontown where the main event is kicking off. It's a Thursday afternoon 3 p.m. and everyone has started arriving and setting up. So what typically happens on the Thursday is an induction. So like I said, 3 p.m. the doors open up to the general public, attendees who are booked for the weekend. They come, they set up their shelters, tents and all sorts, people car camping, etc. And then what happens is at 8 p.m. there is an actual induction, you know, from Swan, the founder of Spoontown, and the rest of the team. And then straight after that, you have the ability to book onto the Spoontown workshops. These are typically kind of like half-day workshops in a plethora of different skills and crafts from some of the most talented craftspeople that are out there, tool makers, etc. So what we'll do now, we'll get straight onto the induction for the Thursday evening, and then after that, what you're going to see is basically people rushing to book themselves onto places for the Spoontown events. So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed the rest of this video of Spoontown 2023.
I'm going to start. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can you please all take a seat so everyone can see what's going on. So if you haven't got a chair, sit down on the floor, please. Well, shall we give a warm welcome to our Mayor of Spoontown, our lovely Jill.
Hello everybody. Welcome to Spoontown 2. The second made another one, yes. But firstly, very quickly, Zed is filming, so if you're here with somebody you shouldn't be here with, can you please stand behind the board or separate each other? Now we all know, I'm not going to mess about, I'm going to be very quick with this, because, let's not stand on ceremony. Litter, you've all got a rubbish bag. You need to keep everything you can in that rubbish bag, and you've got to take it home with you, please, because we can't cope with this amount of litter here. We're having a raffle on Sunday. Someone's going to come round and buy raffle tickets. So I was wondering if any of you trainers or anybody's got anything they want to stick in a raffle. Anything really. Just to have a laugh, and we'll have a raffle at the end. And they're going to give the money to the treecouncil.org, who specialise in replanting hedgerows and trees. And I thought that's quite handy for spoon carvers.
It's a good one.
So, do you know what I mean? We ought to give something back because we keep cutting their trees down. So, and there we go. Then it says closing speech, so that must be a couple of days' time.
That's a couple of days' time. That's not now. They'll be very upset because they've literally just put their tents up. You ready to take over? The fire, and it's dwindling. The wood is 2 paces away. Stick a bit of wood on, and you'll all have free tea and coffee, all right? Yeah. To support the site, though, the coffee shop's open from 9 till 3. Wonderful coffee, tea, hot chocolate, cakes, amazing. Try and steer clear of the cinnamon buns, because I really like those. And if they run out, I'll be very upset, all right? And if you want to buy me a cinnamon bun, I'm more than happy.
No, don't. Don't. He doesn't need it.
Oh my God! Oh my God! This is so embarrassing.
So, good people of Spoontown, you may remember last year that our worshipful mayor appointed me Lord High Chancellor of Spoontown, of the Imperial Republic of Spoontown, and executioner. But there's one big deficiency with our worship and most wondrous person, the mayor, is that up until now she has not had a mayoral chain. Which, yeah, I agree. It's shocking. It's a savage indictment of the broken society we live in. But we, you, me, Sean, Barry, Keith and Doris are here to mend that broken society. Yeah, exactly. And we are going to do it through the medium of a mayoral chain. So it is my very great pleasure to be going home on Monday. No, I didn't say that. It is my very great pleasure to unveil this mayoral chain, which has been crafted by some of the citizens of Spoontown.
Oh my God!
And this entitles the mayor to basically do anything she well feels like. So there you are. All hail the mayor!
One presentation to her, and I think you'll agree, is not enough. I also think that our wonderful mascot, Noops, or Dave the Triffid, as you may know it as, needs to be commemorated.
Yes! Yes!
And therefore, for the first time, breaking out of captivity and into the light of day.
Oh! Oh my God!
We have and if we have a moment of silence, we can hear Noops' tiny little spoons rattling against their wooden body.
Oh my God! Oh.
And I made this to commemorate Spoontown and as a big thank you to Jill, because I had the best time last year at Spoontown.
Hello. No, not ready.
I thought you were letting people sign before.
No, I think the issue was there was a pen. People just signed up. Yeah, I think that's it.
See if I've got some silvery ones.
That's tomorrow. No, I'm doing the black. What's your name?
Stuart. Yes.
Stuart. Stuart.
Yes, hello, bye.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Splendid.
Awesome. What's in? Yeah, that's Deborah's.
Yeah, I'm doing Saturday walks with Nico.
Interested in Said I don't want to camera on.
Was it beach? Yes.
I thought that was on food, wasn't it? Food or... Oh, right. But, yeah. Well, I don't know what I'd do with that, because that doesn't do anything for me.
Hang on, Zed.
Because my memory is so bad, I forgot all the time by the time I got over there.
You've got to go to work.
You're brilliant. Okay, but it's, yeah, so it's just all sort of made pics.
Thing is though, you know it's
Come back with the money now.
That bird looks in colour.
Anyway.
This is my first, I didn't come last year, because I just want to
A bit of a pit. So have you got some of the green letters?
How much is this one?
50. The ones with candles at that end. Yeah, 40.
You're welcome. Thank you for making such beautiful.
It's all English name, yeah? It's a Harald. P-A-R-O-I-R.
Presumably
lad and somebody on something, sort of dance, and he was fantastic. He was
So it's a Friday morning of the event. So yesterday, Thursday, what you've just seen, like I said, people are arriving on site. Then the main marquee that you see behind me over here is where all the tutors that are teaching over this main weekend are kind of demonstrating kind of what it is they're going to teach. And so straight after the induction meeting, as you saw, people ran to the tables and booked themselves on, and I think most of the courses got booked out. There were some places here and there, but largely the courses have been very, very popular. So what's happened is now people have their breakfast. There is actually a breakfast that you can purchase over here, or you can alternatively just cook yourself, and there is a couple of central fire pits that I'll be showing later in the video that you want to cook on, then you can do that as well. And so what the goal is today on the Thursday, like I said, there's classes running in the AM, usually between 9 and 12, and then from 12 till 2 there's like a long lunch so everyone can chill out, mingle, talk, etc. And then from 2 till 5 is the kind of afternoon session workshops, and then after that typically it's kind of hang around for a bit, carve, this, that and the other, and then yeah, it's tool downs in the evening and then relax around the fire. So let's hang out and just kind of have a look around, see some of the courses going on both inside the tent and also outside on the main field here. So hey everyone, I'd like you to meet a dear friend of mine, Jill Swan. If you're familiar with my channel, you would have noticed that Jill Swan was the first ever spoon carving tutorial I filmed with. Since become very good friends, and Jill is actually the founder of Spoontown. So Jill, I appreciate you taking a moment to speak to me on video. Jill, just want to ask you, for those that are not familiar, what's the origin of Spoontown?
I enjoyed very much going to other spoon concerts and venues, and there was nothing in the south of England. There's nothing. We had to travel north or west or northwest, and I just thought it really is time that the south of England had its own personal event, basically said.
So we're here at the moment, so all the activity is taking place. And so I've already broken down briefly that it's kind of broken down into Pretown and Spoontown, but just from yourself, what was the kind of thought process behind having two aspects to the event?
Well, okay, it's a lot of people want to learn very intensely, and they want to pick up things from some of the best spoon carvers in the world. So we thought by having a pre-town event whilst we were getting ready for the main event, so we're on site building things and making structures, it would be easier to have a small group of people to learn with. We have only 9 trainers, and it's a pre-booked course, so you have 9 courses that you can choose to go on, and it's serious, it's hard work. You get up, you do your learning, you have a lunch, and then the afternoon sessions, and then in the evenings there's a little bit of rest and relaxation, but there's no kind of partying. It's quite an intensive course, and people learn from people such as Mikey, Elefant and Adam Hawker and all sorts of too many to mention, but it's an intensive course, and then the course is shortened to more manageable, financially manageable courses like half a day or a whole day with somebody, as opposed to 2.5 days with the same tutor. So it depends how deep you want to go into it. You know, if you want to really, really learn, or if you just want a taster session. And they're equally valuable. It's just how you want to, you know, to try and accommodate people with different needs, basically.
So considering you've attended a lot of spoon carving, green woodworking events in the UK and abroad, what did you feel was important for Spoontown to include in terms of its ethos and also just the way the whole event pans out?
for me, it was family. You know, to have a close, close bunch, very helpful. Everybody's chilled, everything's relaxed. There are no, I mean, there obviously have to be rules, but there's no kind of military attitude towards anything. And it's very, very much, everybody helps. We all sweep up at the end. We all help out. If somebody's struggling, somebody will help them. If somebody misses their course, somebody will teach them. You know, we're trying to be, without, over egging it, trying to be very inclusive, and it's families, good, close-knit bunch of people. That's the ethos for me.
And something we've spoken about off camera, that you felt you wanted to do an event that was equally beneficial for both beginners, intermediates and advanced alike. Was that the case then?
Yes, we've got classes for absolute beginners, and we've got classes for that are beyond the most advanced learners that we've got. Of course, in the south of England, there are a lot of people who haven't heard of spoon carving or have only just started, and so this is a great way to bring people together by advertising it, and people coming for their first spoon event here who hadn't thought about travelling as far as a long way away to go on a course. So it's great for people who are starting out. They want to find out more about it. This is the place to come.
And is this only for people in the UK, or do you want to just kind of keep this invite open to everyone?
Oh no, it's absolutely open to everyone. I mean, I kind of wanted to minimise travel miles. Obviously we should all be thinking about that, but we have got people who have come over from Belgium, all sorts of places, France, and actually, because we're so near Dover, Europe is very, very close to us. So actually, it's easier to get to here from Europe than it is to get to Scotland from here, if you see what I'm saying.
So the people who are going to wrap up at this particular Spoontown and in the future ones as well, what is it that when they leave on a Sunday evening, when the event wraps up, what would you like them to have walking away from the event? What experience, what thoughts, would you like them to kind of desirably walk away from once they finish Spoontown?
I'd like them to know more. I'd like them to know more about their chosen craft, and I think they will. I think everyone who's been here so far, I've been getting feedback, and everyone is saying they're blown away by what they've learned, and the quality of the teachers is incredible, and I want them to want to come back because they've had a good time. Really, I just want everyone to have a good experience, an all-round experience of a balance between eating well, having a relaxation in the evening, and making it work educationally during the day.
And the last thing, for those that are watching that have not attended Spoontown, are probably hearing about it the first time or heard about it from before, what do you want to say to them if they're even remotely thinking about attending Spoontown next year?
What I would say is take a look at the website, try and read it all the way through, and see if you want to come, see if it's something that would interest you, because it may not be for everybody. We're not particularly child friendly unless they want to learn to make spoons, but if you bring a child, you're going to need to be with them all the time. We haven't got a creche or anything like that, and you can bring dogs, but they really ought to be on leads, and so on and so forth. And you're camping, so if it rains, it's just not my fault. So you'd have to be hardy in that respect for the Great British Summer. And if you can tolerate all those things and you still want to come, then read the website, find out all the details, pick who you want to learn from, and come along.
Jill, I really appreciate you taking the time out to kind of speak to me on video. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zed. It's lovely to see you, darling.
So you'll start on the grey and yeah, that looks pretty even, that's lovely. I'd say a bit thicker on this side.
I love how just the beginning other ones are thread, they're not already. And I love the already because it just it's large flat, doesn't it? You've done the other place,
without going up the entire length of the blades. You can just do that section.
What do you think if I don't know, just in the both sides and
Stop there.
Yeah, I mean, you tend to fit everything in. Like, if you keep it moving this way, you tend to fill in any uneven patches. So you should be able to, you should fill in those a bit. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, a bit more slice rather than straight.
Probably too noisy in this here. If you're sat really peacefully on your own, you'll probably hear it. Feel, you'll get to a point where it's less resistance, and if you can see the tip of the triangle has just started to lift out of the cut, right? So we don't want to wiggle the blade. We want to take it out and make the next one. So that's one pressure, but you can literally just feel it coming to a stop. So you don't want to be really forcing it and cut through to here. Just as you approach that point, back off the pressure, and you just feel it just drop in, right? Then for the release cuts, we're going to do exactly the same thing, but we've got to remember now we're going with the grain. So this is going to be the easy cut. So now instead of a flat chip, and the same again, I'm just keeping my grip as far away so you can see. I would hold the knife a bit closer probably, just for the control over it. But again, if you cut it right, it should just fall out.
I think that's the most easy part of the axing. Probably nobody. Yeah, that's not easy to do that section. Yeah, and surely it's not easy if you have a long surface here and you have to get the half of that rid of. So you have to cut in there, but not too low because you destroy your ball. Yeah, so that makes it hard. The crank is going to be here.
The wood grain in your ball does not matter much, but for a long and thin handle, you really like the direction of the wood grain to follow the direction of your handle, because that way you'll be carving from wide to small. If you don't do that, you have the chance that you one side you'll be carving from wide to small, while the other one you need to carve the other way around, which is confusing, right? Because normally when we use
steering and really, so you could actually power apply ever so slightly. I'll show you. Do it a bit of sight.
Drawing, yeah.
Ever so slightly coming back. You don't need to do much, and you just do it a bit slowly and controlled.
Okay.
If it doesn't feel safe, don't do it.
This is where the fun starts. This is where you need to start videoing in a minute when they start driving.
Oh, is that
it's
what
hilarious.
Make fun of
Video
them.
the hard parts.
Picture of strong men crying.
Like I said, the first one never worked. What I'm trying to do is find the grain. You can't go against the grain, you're trying to find the grain. There we go, there's one. And I'm doing about just less than 1 millimetre thick. And I'm keeping the back of the knife pressed against the wood. In fact, that's not tight enough. And it goes down in ba-dum, ba-dum, like that. Oh, that one didn't work. This'll do. If you try and break them off, you'll realise just how strong that hinge is. Because you can't break the damn things off for love nor money. Oh, got two there.
Like you were doing from here, you've got to aim at getting the X, following this line that you've started to create down, and then follow that through. Stepping right back, make sure you're in position before you do any axing, so you're going to hold that up at the end so your hand's well out of the way. You're standing round here, that's it. So you're kind of in front of it and the axe is just in front of you. And then flicking the axe head into this area that we've already started to create. That's it. So bring this forward. Move yourself back a little bit. That's it.
The front of the spoon here, because first of all you need to see whether the spoon is true, but it's always good to have a lovely clean surface. It just somehow you don't want it to be interrupted by all these lines anymore. So I just take everything off and I'm taking it down so I feel as if I'm getting some kind of symmetry, and then holding it like this I'll bring the knife round in a kind of pivot action, but also this knife is doing its drawing now.
Good. Good. Another nice little thing to try and do every so often is try and keep it balanced.
and not necessarily do everything on one side.
Okay.
So you could turn around and come this side, even though we know we're going to go and do that.
Put it on, I'll take it off with this bit black
Okay.
mother-in-law's over there, isn't it? Jeez.
How? See, like I've got a really nice clean cut there. I don't know quite how I achieved that.
That might have been because it was up the other way and you've done the chop down, which is just a lot easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So you just keep working your way around. Exactly. Yeah. I'll stop you a minute and yeah. Careful, Zed, we might turn you into a bowl. Okay. You hold those two. You twist it that way.
No. Everyone's just having beans on toast.
Saving the dollar.
I think, yeah.
How you doing?
Set it down.
That worked then, because I'm here.
Lovely. You alright? I've been doing it wrong, but it's got a couple of
divots out of it as well.
Yes.
It's really good for getting in the corners of the pan, that bit.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's line them up.
So you're drawn on. We've got a. Is that alright?
Yes,
that's wonderful. Cool.
So you can start axing the sides down now.
Righto.
If you do your line, from this line to the end of your handle,
okay,
and then we can start directly on the neck. And then basically that gives you measurements that you can replicate to copy it on the other side. So basically you mirror it, and it just makes it easier than trying to draw a whole thing in a one. Fancy drawing me, won't you? I don't mind at all. Nice sweep.
I hate these videos. They just try and mess it up. It's like the kids in the whole family who have to shut their eyes and stick their tongue out so they can't use the photos.
You've got it down to a fine art.
No, I have it's an African brown gold, and when it burls, it's the most stunning burl in the world. I mean, that lot cost about £50 just to find out. And it's particularly
Don't look at me, it doesn't.
If you're going to get told that.
Better off sitting away.
And you can just do one stroke, focusing on that part at the back.
It's good to switch back and forth so you get used to it. Yeah. But yeah, there would have to be a good side and a bad side.
I'm going to take the door up this end. That's not what I meant.
Yeah, if you've got your own saw. Grooves are out of it. Then you're going to refine the scratching. It's the same principle, but on much more higher levels. Okay? So, then back again to evaluating bluntness. If you don't know how blunt it is, one thing you can do is what's work today.
Yeah, exactly. This is work anyway. You're still bothering wood, aren't you?
Beach combining.
Yeah. I don't know, but you have to put everybody forward. I know Carolina's got some
Cut.
Yep.
There's the mark.
That's right in the middle, yeah?
Yes, it is, and I want it vertically, please. So I'll give you the wonderful. You've got the job. You start straight away. Thank you very much.
Oh, most welcome.
Right.
I've got a little bit of glass tape in the back of the car if you want to just
Alan, you
rub
still
that
using that
hole
saw?
clean. Or by
Well,
all
I do
means.
look. Oh, clever. Yeah. Have you not got a pair of scissors in your box?
With a conical head.
Right,
That's the
I'm
word
with
I
you.
was struggling to find.
Right, well, we'll just try this. Oh, yes. Look at that. Marvellous.
So it's time to do a bit of a tour of the actual location itself, the campsite, the venue and whatnot. So this is held, Spoontown is held at Nola Farm this year. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a bit of a walkthrough all the way from the entrance to the kind of pitch-in area where people are camped out, and then obviously all the shenanigans going on at the event. So what you're seeing here is the main driveway into the venue itself. So if you just kind of go towards the left, that's the main road in Stilling Minnis, and once you drive up the country lane, you will come up this way and you follow this through all the way down here. So on the right there's a Nola Farm Cafe, which is an on-site cafe. Do some amazing snacks and lunches and teas and coffees and all of that good stuff. And over here you see the actual main venue. Okay, so we're going to walk on there shortly, over here where all the kind of events and all the fun stuff is going on. So what happens is this: when you drive through, we'll do an actual walk and talk. So you can car camp here, so there's plenty of space for car camping. And so yeah, you want to bring some luxury stuff with you to make sure you're comfortable during your stay here, then you're totally welcome to do that. It's a beautiful location in general in Kent, which is a beautiful part of the country. So here is the reception that you're going to arrive at. It's empty now because obviously we're partway through, where events already started and whatnot. But you're going to see the Spoontown reception. So when you drive up, you're going to get your wristband, you're going to get your parking permit, etc. And you're going to be told to park up. So what we have here first, so there's two places basically you park up. So the first place I want to show you a bit shortly is over there. And once those places are full up, then we have a massive spillover car park over here, and there's people with all sorts of vehicles. There's caravans, camper vans, cars, vans, work vans, etc. So you have a lot of stuff going on, and people park their shelters next to it. And then what you have here, you have a compost toilets. You also have solar showers as well, which are fantastic, really, really good quality. So that's it. So you don't have to be minging, right, when you come to this event. So here you go. Welcome to Spoontown. So here is now when we walk into the event. So like I said, you saw the sign over there. But once you're parked up here, if you do end up parking here, then you kind of walk through this little entrance here onto the main field. Okay, so there's a lot of cool stuff happening here. So these are some permanent buildings that are used by some of the staff admin. And here they've actually got a double-decker bus that's converted into like a chill out lounge. So you can come in here, you can relax. At night time it's beautiful. You know, they've got all sorts of beautiful lighting in there. You can come and chill out. Over there you've got a tap, clean water, so you can kind of fill up your kind of like jerry cans and whatnot. So over here the tutors are kind of, it's like a kind of a U-bend that goes all the way around, and we will be walking around looking at everything. So here we've got the first, so like I said, over the main weekend you've got a lot of kind of half-day, full-day courses going on. So this is instructor Robbie Vashak, who I've shown you just earlier. So he's doing like a stall making course with the participants here. You've got Sam sharpening over here, who's doing the actual sharpening over the main weekend. So, you know, if and when he is at the event, you can get your tools sharpened. So he's all set up. Then you've got some more of the staff related stuff going on here. And here what they've actually got, they've got a fantastic solar shower. This thing is amazing. I've had showers every morning, so I'm not minging during the daytime. And they've got a compost loo over there. And here you can see, so here is where all the staff and volunteers are camping out, and they're kind of car camping. So also what we have now is, so this is like the main market, which we'll walk into shortly, but we have two communal fires. We've got one here and we've got one around the other side, which we'll show you shortly. So let's just take a walk over here. It's very, very relaxed over here. So there's a fire going, there's kind of kettles going all day. So that's it, you can just kind of fill up to your heart's content. And then this is kind of a chill out area. And under the canopy here, we've got all like free tea, coffee, milk, sugar, all day and night. So you can help yourself whenever you want. And that's kind of replenished all the time. There's also catering here as well. So, you know, if you don't want to cook for yourself, you have the ability to buy breakfast, lunch and dinner. Do some fantastic food. These are one of the vendors, John Warwicker. And then what we'll do, we'll actually walk in there last, because what I want to do, I want to just carry on walking around the venue on the outside, and as we walk our way back through, we can then see everything. So like I said, all the kind of tutors are here. There's a lot of fantastic tutors from many different disciplines that are here at the venue. So here you've got Deborah, Schneebeli, Morrell, who's doing some amazing courses. This is a setup here. It's also a very chill venue. If you just want to come out, hang out and carve, you can do that. You don't have to do any courses. This is Martin Hazell setup, so he's currently teaching. And then here, you know, we've got more experienced carvers. We've got Mikey, Elefant. We've got Tim Nunhead. We've got Mark Sage. Here we've got Lee Stoffer. He's been on my channel many times. He's currently running the course. There's also Martin Rutherford, another experienced greenwood worker running his course. This is Alias Saidi over here doing bowl turning on a pole lathe. This is Amy Leake, who's doing a lot of turning. Her courses have been very, very receptive. So she's running a lot of the turning at the moment, mainly a lot of the bowl turning. Something she's renowned for, she's very, very good at. And you know, you can see more of the kind of tutors here. What we'll do, we'll just carry on walking in this way. So this is where all the kind of tutors are pitched up. They have a lot of their own kit and stuff that they need to, you know, look after and whatnot. Over here you've got Nadine Grundy. She's currently teaching inside the main marquee. Very, very talented, multi-skilled craftswoman. Here you've got Richard Roberts, you know, also running a lot of courses on the Pretown this year, and also the main kind of Spoontown event. And then all around here, this is where a lot of the attendees are parking up. So remember I told you, when you first arrive, you can park in this section here, and then once this is kind of full up, then you know, people move around, and that's it. It's very, very chilled, everything here. You know, you can just do whatever you want. There's a lot of options for you to do, but you can just do whatever you want. You want to kick back, relax, play your guitar, like John Mulaney over there. You can do that. Beautiful day today. So as you can see, people have got myriad of shelters, they've got their cars next to them, so you know, you can just, you know, you don't have to carry your kit far. And there are compost toilets here. There's two, there's one over here and one just over there. They're very, very well maintained, so don't worry, so don't get manky. Here is turning out into a bit of a chill out area. Everyone's carving, hanging out. This is where Oscar Rush and Adam Ashworth are teaching forging of blades and whatnot. They're still kind of doing the stuff here, but this is once again very, very chilled out in terms of what you want to do. And then, like I said, you walk away around here. So you've got the guys here from Stonesfield Leather doing a lot of the leather work. At the moment they've got their own course running, so they've got a fantastic setup. So yeah, even if you only have your own projects you want to work on, you can do that. Who made that? Gentleman over here, look at that. That's a beautiful, beautiful job, that. Well done, you should be proud. Is that the first one you've made?
First act sheaf, yes.
First act sheaf. You need to introduce me to your instructor, man. They've done really well. So yeah, so you come here, do courses, and you can buy lots of materials and stuff to work on your own projects with some tuition. Fantastic group of people. And here you've got Richard Tricky Dunn from the northeast of England. So he's currently running a course. You've got Marcus Keaveney next to him from Scotland. Come down. So we let the northerners in as well. We don't discriminate. Just had to increase our insurance premium. And then, so you got here, so anyway, yeah, you've got a lot of guys here, they've got a class going on, so don't want to disturb them. But yeah, they've got some cool stuff going on here. And you've got Matty for, you know, woodland craft supplies. You know, you want to grab your woodland material and tools and whatnot, he's got some amazing stuff. So yeah, so make sure your wallet's stocked up. And you've got man of the hour, Steve Cook. He's one of the main guys in terms of organising and doing a fantastic work. Make sure everyone's happy, everyone's good, you know, everyone's relaxed, everyone's got what they need. Toilets are working, toilets are clean, showers are working. That's it. So now he's doing some amazing work here, making sure everyone's good and happy, and there's get some sweets and stuff as well as some Spoontown merchandise. And then, yeah, like I said, you've got everyone here. This is actually my shelter, so I've got my teepee, so quick access. So now what we'll do, remember I told you we started walking up there, so we walked all the way down here and we walked all the way down to the end, and there's obviously the camping area at the back. Then we walked all the way back down here. So this is like the central marquee, huge. So obviously if the weather is inclement, then you know it's not a problem. I mean, this is the UK, so those are familiar know that obviously the weather can be very unpredictable. So in here I'm going to be a little bit quiet because there are a lot of courses going on, as well as just being able to sit down, relax and carve. So you've got the guys over here just working on their own stuff. You've got Adam Hawker over here teaching a course. You've got Nick Westermann, renowned toolmaker, over here running a sharpening course. Also another very, very popular course he's been running. Lee Stoffer here, also actually been doing some massage. He's trained up in massage therapy. You've got Martin Hazell doing some bead making. You know, another fantastic tutor. You've got some of the guys here chilling out, carving. And here behind you've got Harald Lamon from Belgium, who's also doing some tuition on sharpening. And you've got just some of the guys chilling out here, carving. And you've got Carolina Smoorenburg from the Netherlands. She's running a class here. So details there. Another fantastic, very qualified, experienced tutor from the Netherlands. And this was actually a bit busier earlier. A lot more people chilling out carving. There is the bar for the night time. So if you want to relax, you know, you can kind of, you know, treat yourself to a drink. And then last but not least here, we've got Jane Mickelborough, who's British, but currently, you know, she lives now in France permanently, and yeah, another very experienced lady, very, very talented craftswoman. So she's running a course here as well. And that's it, that's what you've got. This is a huge marquee. Very spacious, good lighting in here. So yeah, if the weather is inclement, you can sit underneath here, or like it is now, it's very hot outside, so you get some beautiful shade. And like I said, there's a lot of courses that are running, lots and lots of courses wide range of topics, but you don't have to do anything if you want. You can just want to sit down, relax, carve, work in your own project, just work at your own pace, and you can do that. There's no one's forcing you to do anything here. Just the options to kind of immerse yourself.
Yeah, it's fine, a kilo. Definitely you want me to sell it to you. How much a kilo? I'll give you some ball bearing. You can never trade.
When you're ready.
So guys, are you ready?
Yeah.
Count for 5. 1. 2.
Yeah. What's the time, Mr. Wolf?
3.
Okay, the raffle tickets are on sale.
You're all basically find a lot of these spoons with different kinds of decorations, and most of them have a phrase from a poem that says "Subkiel blood," a factory-made blank, and how someone decorated it and put the phrase on it. There are some with other phrases on, but you'll find mostly that inscription. So this is also an interesting one. It's made out of a straight grain. It's very, very fine, and I don't think it has ever been used. It has always been meant to be decorative. And yet, somewhere along in its life, someone decided to. Someone used to have this album when you wrote poetry as a child, and then you did this picture in it. So someone cut out a picture and put it in. It's the same picture you used to put in the album. And also
scraps. We used to call them scraps.
Yeah. And someone decided to decorate it with biography. And then still later on, someone drilled a hole so that it could hang it on the wall. So this spoon has had a very interesting life, I think. Yeah. So someone thought it was nice enough to keep, but not nice enough in itself, so it has been altered along the way, every time a little bit. So I'll pass this one around that way. So, and then you have the tradition of also the marriage spoons, which can be a gift to the married couple to commemorate the wedding. So this is a quite recent one from 1964. And you can see that at some time in its life it dropped down the wall and the chip broke off and they put it back on, or maybe a different piece. It's difficult to see.
Maybe the wife threw it at the husband.
Yeah. No, because if you would be hitting with it, the tip wouldn't break. No.
You sound as though you speak from experience.
No, but it's when spoons drop from the wall, typically the point breaks off. And this obviously has never been used because it would be just too vulnerable. There's too much flex here in this just hanging on the wall as a memory of the wedding day.
So guys, it is Friday evening. We're all kind of wrapping up. We've just all had our dinner. Wonderful food being served up here at Spoontown by the caterers. And now everyone is chilling out. There's such a cool, chill vibe here. So typically there's a lot of evening entertainment going on. And like I mentioned earlier, there's two fires. There's one there on that side of the field, and don't get dizzy, there's one here this side of the field. There's a lot of singing and playing of instruments and all sorts. I think there's also going to be a silent disco as well, which I've heard nothing but rave reviews about. So let's have a venture on over to both fires to give you a bit of a flavour of the kind of stuff that's going on. Enjoy.
have I got it switched on?
Switch to AirPlay. You need to put AirPlay, get your headphones on. The headphones are Bluetooth, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is going into this machine.
Yeah.
It is. I'm just listening to red channel because if I'm playing on red, it should. Oh, I can hear it now.
Red's on. Red's on.
Oh, red's on now. What's red?
I've got it in.
Why don't you have to big?
Tim and no, because I think Tim and
Pretty much all the same, not as 10 years
Miles
ago.
and Natalie and the kids were all with us, and Tim and Oliver and Ruby were out in the school, and we had terrible. I want to be involved.
Come and have a look. Choose the set of headphones, choose the channel. It looks hysterical. Children, they're dancing and singing.
On the way to bed, I'm going to peek. You're right, lovely.
You know, there's two ideas. There's two thoughts. I kept walking past the bar. One is like.
Someone pipes up. I think I should up from my angle.
Morning guys, how are you doing? So this is the Saturday of the event. Last night, Friday night, was absolutely amazing. So as you probably saw just from a moment ago, chilling out around the fire, some sing-alongs. So like I said, there was two fires. There's one on this end of the event, and that was all the singing and whatnot. And then this was the quiet end over here, fire. We were just kind of gossiping into the night, and also we had the silent disco, which was the first time I've ever done a silent disco. I didn't know what the fuss was about, right, when I heard about it, but now that I've tried it out, it's one of the best things ever. So if you attend Spoontown, you're going to be able to partake in the silent disco, which was absolutely fantastic. So anyway, this is the Saturday morning. So all kind of fed and watered. So a lot of the other classes have begun for the day. There's going to be a lot of demonstrations today as well. A lot the same from yesterday, the Friday, and yeah, looking forward to it. There's a lot of cool stuff planned today. So hoping in the rest of this video to capture little bits of everything, so you kind of get a flavour of what's going on. And so without further ado, hope you enjoy watching the Saturday shenanigans at Spoontown.
Maybe the other way, like find somewhere that is comfortable, but you'll find it gives you something to aim it into. Okay. That's better. Flicking that wrist. That's better. And they're coming off nice and sweet. Look at that.
They are. Thank you.
So something I did say. What we try and do.
Is that nice?
Well, never know.
Yeah, that's the idea. Then your tool rest, you just be comfortable, stay there, relax. Probably is a good idea before do anything, just do this. Get used to it, to balance and stuff. Then pick up your hook and start doing it. I showed you how to do it, but that's the idea. So you're gonna do this first, then we go to the hook. Like this. That's it. Now, if you twist a little bit more, you cut a bit more.
I've got more because I've got more of that edge there.
Yeah.
Right. So if I turn it slightly like that, and come in from there.
So it's good for that as well, but not so good for weaving things like bags, because it's hard to get big strips of. But yeah, willow is the most accessible, I think, and the most kind of versatile for people to use. Really long strips, you can make things like baskets and sheaves and all sorts of other things. Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. Any questions about like getting the bark off and processing it and things like that so far?
That's good.
Keep forging the edge a bit like that. Yeah, okay, so that's what we do.
So yeah, working on the tip here, because you forge at the most, you've upset that the most. So turn it 90 degrees, that's it. Get it to it. That's it. Turn it over. That's it. Lift the left. Right, okay, we need to do the edges. We need to do the edges. So,
I think it is, and then, you know, I don't know whether there's a pension. It's a bit. It's art school tutors used to be in that position where you didn't really. You did 1 or 2 days a week your whole life, and you didn't get a pension. It's ridiculous because you're part time.
Yeah. No, it's cool. It's like cool, but it's.
So use that grip. From the 5 grips, 10 to 8. So you know, I thought it was about 10 to 5. Because normally I'm up at 5:30, but yeah.
Nice.
No time to sleep then.
Yeah, it was good. In the afternoon again. Yeah. You've got 3 AM slots, see.
All of them may be drunk. But be aware of that. If you do it like that, you can't see actually the rim of your ball. Because then I really see what I'm cutting. Does that make sense? Just think about that. Like, you always have choices between the grips. And 2 of them really show what you're cutting. Oh, that was, you got your... So, the cut should be in the middle of your ball, because you have the wings then nice centered, and up to that line.
On your own without plastic templates and without templates at all. So that, and it's hard because I know a lot of people really enjoy using a template. But if you're really into trying to design your own spoon or something that can be your own, you're gonna have to train your eye.
Round. And this high, you seal the end grain with wood glue. Let it stand for a year, maybe 2 years. Then long, and then
using your thumb.
Whatever. I'll be more than happy to see if I get all excited when I see people that have done a course and whatever their own thing.
So this is already starting to look like a basket, isn't it? Of course. Yeah.
Kind of weird bird cage.
Great. So that's it. Yeah. So now I'm going. This really well. That's great.
Okay, it's on the table. Yeah, I thought so. Thank you. Tracing it, you can't.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, it's
Sharp.
it's sharp. It's just not.
Penknife.
It's definitely not on the not on the shaving shop.
That's very sharp.
So don't forget we're being videoed by Zed. This is for a Channel 5 programme called Bead Carving for Beginners. It's 8 episodes of an hour each. And
Great British bead.
yeah, it is. It's pro-celebrity bead carving. But you're allowed to use people from the past and the future, as well as present day. So I think the first series is Alfred the Great, Isaac Newton and Aristotle on it.
Bark on this with feel. So it's really, really simple because all I'm doing is just running
Yeah, well, we were working on a version of basket making called Basket House.
Yes.
Yeah, we were thinking about.
Oh, hang on a minute. Let me take the thingy lock off.
What, the adult? Is that bone? Ivory, you said, yeah.
Well, there's that one.
Yeah.
And then there's that one.
I think I might start, you know. So, I am the creature. I am Martin Hazell, and I've been carving spoons for about a fortnight. I've been carving spoons for 27 years-ish, something like that, give or take. And when I started carving spoons, I thought I'd invented the wooden spoon, because it's before electricity, before the internet, before we knew any of other people were carving spoons. And I won't say his name very loudly because he's over there. So the first other spoon carver I met was Leake Stoffer. He's now gone on to become world famous massage therapist and yoga teacher, blacksmith, you name it, he's good at it. And over the time I've been carving spoons, I've also kind of accidentally collected spoons. Being interested in the form of spoons, I have picked up a few spoons, mostly in junk shops actually, and usually the person who's selling it doesn't know what it is, and the person buying it doesn't know what it is necessarily. But there's just a few spoons I want to talk about here that I did a little bit of research on subsequent to buying them, and I think they're interesting spoons in themselves, but they also point to common traditions, if you like, which exist between the Middle East and Scotland. And you think, well, how are there common traditions there? And the common factor is the tradition of hospitality. Hospitality is very important in many societies, and some societies have a formalised structure or a semi-formalised structure to hospitality. The Tuareg people, the Bedouin, the Berbers often have a 3-day hospitality thing. If you're lost in the desert, they look after you for 3 days, and then you it's like that. You got to move on. But it's hospitality, and hospitality is very important. So that is what I believe connects these spoons. And the first of these spoons I bought was this one. And well, I'll pass it round in a minute, you can have a look at it, but it is very, very fragile. And when I bought it, it was in 2 pieces, and you'll see that it's, I mean, all spoons can be in 2 pieces, depending on what you do to them. But this was in 2 pieces, and you can see why, because it's very thin. And I'll hold it up, and you can maybe guess, have a guess where you think it might have been made. Anybody have a hazard a guess as to where that comes from? The Middle East somewhere. I told you that already, didn't I? You see, Paul's paying attention there. Because his powers are enhanced by wearing a hand-carved bead necklace, so not all of you've got that advantage. Anybody
So
got?
is that from Iran or somewhere?
Yeah, from Iran. Yeah, from Iran. It's from what would have been called Persia at the time, and it is a Persian sherbet spoon. Sherbet comes from the Farsi word sharbat, which then becomes an Arabic word sharbat, meaning well, it means different things in different cultures, but in Persia, in the Persian Empire, or Iran, as we would now say, sherbet or sharbat is basically a cold drink or a cool drink made using water and ice and syrup made from usually a fruit essence or essence of things like rose or essence of things like cardamom and preserved fruit that's been preserved from the summer, from one summer to the next. You pour it in a bowl, you'd have some ice in there, you'd have some water in there, and you, in a hot country, you would welcome your guests, you would be hospitable by giving them a cooling drink to drink, and you would give them the spoon and they would put it in there and they would drink from it. And here's another one. Why don't we pass this round, just as to say, be a bit careful with it. The top was originally had a saying there, possibly from the Quran, I don't know. I did try and get that translated, but you can have a guess as to what it might say. Hello, enjoy your Shabbat. And here's another one that you can pass around the other way. And in Persia, in Iran, there was one town where almost all of the sharbat spoons were made, and that is called Abadeh, A-B-A-D-E-H, which is in the north of Iran, and it became a very popular and fashionable thing to have sharbat spoons, and they are almost always carved of pear wood, occasionally a box, but usually pear wood. Pear wood, if you tried pear wood, it would take fine detail, very, very fine detail. It's very hard. It's not as hard as box, but it's getting on that way. You can, with pear wood, you can get an evenness of colour by steaming it, which is often done with pear. So often you go to a timber merchant and you buy steamed pear, goes in a big steamer, which evens the colour out to a sort of orangey brown. Very, very good wood for carving. So, in Aberdeen there were workshops full of people carving sharbat spoons. And if you want to see some really extraordinary sharbat spoons, these are really quite modest ones. I mean, they look pretty spectacular in some respects, but if I wanted to bring one of the best sharbat spoons, I would have to probably have security guards with me, and you wouldn't be even allowed to look at it, let alone touch it, because you're talking about £25,000 for one spoon. Well, my spoons are £25,000 each, so if you want to see some really extraordinary ones, Victoria and Albert Museum in the Islamic gallery there has got some, and they are sometimes made of one piece like these are. They're sometimes made of three pieces: a bowl, a handle, socketed together, and then a sort of rosette thing which goes over the top of the join to hide the join, but of course draws attention to it, and that rosette is often pierced, a bit like the sound hole of a lute. Sharbat. So you would go into someone's house and they would welcome you by giving you a cooling drink. And in some parts of Asia, you still get shalbat in Bangladesh. You still get shalbat vendors in sherbet, I should say, but vendors in the streets. The next two spoons are also shalbat spoons, and they are completely different.
Preferably in here, I suppose.
We'll have to stop now, I think.
That's the bit I struggle with, is getting straight down the side.
Yeah, so this is straight, and if this is in a 90-degree angle to this line, you're gonna get straight sides. Am I making sense? I'm basically trying to hit only the stuff that was standing out, right? Yeah. It's all it was. Okay. It's gonna help you so much.
Am I now ready to take off here and here?
Yes.
Is that her next?
Yeah. I would just hack away as I did as much.
Yeah.
Efek giliłem mama.
It's fun, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, it cuts across end grain like butter.
Well, I saw when you were doing that with Stoffer. Just push straight in, didn't it?
Yeah.
You've got the benefit leverage, right?
No, it's great.
Yeah.
I do want to see it. Oh, this is a nice piece of birch.
Oh, so it's great to be going around.
Ah, too narrow. Damn. I'm making a small spoon. Error number one.
So I've got to be careful how I move around and raise a good burr. And while I'm doing that, I'm making sure I'm in contact with the tram line at the back and with the tram line at the front. I don't want to be rocking this tool so it hits the edge and lifts away from that tram line on the back. The whole reason they're there is to make this process that little bit easier. Well, what I want to make sure is, you know, we can feel the burr on the inside. I want to make sure I can feel one on the outside now. So with a tool like this, whether it be one of Nick's hollow blades or one of mine, if they're hollow on the inside, it's best to sharpen mostly from the inside so we don't change that outside bevel angle. So I'm going to go through all of the process on the inside, then basically just stop on the outside. But I want to be able to feel that burr, and it's not quite there yet. If I can't feel a burr, there's no point in me stopping. You know, I haven't raised enough of an edge to be bothered to polish off of the outside. And because there's a little bit of damage, I want to go a bit beyond. So I'm just going to check with a glass to see if I can still see any like micro serrations on that edge, which I can. So there's literally no point in stopping on this particular area. I'm going to localise the sharpening to the area where the problem is, but there's just no point in stopping until I've got rid of that damage. Yeah, I can still see we've not got enough of a burr yet. There is a burr raised, but I can still see, if you're on a, you know, there's no chance that you guys will be able to see it on the blade itself. So you can imagine we've got, if this is the edge of the tool, we want a burr to form on the outside, and that burr, well, the burr wants to be on the outside, not the inside. So at the moment, what we've got, we want the burr to be kind of hanging out the front there so I can polish it off. At the moment what I've got is very slight nicks into the edge. So until I've got that, not that, does that make sense? So it's very slightly serrated, but not in the right way. I can't just polish all of it off. So I've got to get to that point where I can see a burr, but I can't see it from the on the outside edge. And this is a job that by hand is going to take a little while because the steel is really hard. In an ideal world, avoid timber with inclusions. So the beauty of, with this diamond rod, I can actually work backwards and forwards, which will speed the process up a little bit. The reason I'm not generally is because I know that I've got to keep pushing them in one direction, otherwise I'm just going to cut the papers and cause a problem. But because this is a hard surface, I can actually do that. You could also do the same thing if it was like a ceramic. This is just like a hard ceramic, a much finer grit. That wouldn't move enough steel for this job.
One of the IKEA ceramic ones, which is brilliant.
Yeah, for just touching up. This has actually got damaged.
Right. Oh,
so
right.
It's come.
It's just a knife.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but it's a much coarser diamond version. This is a company called EasyLap.
EasyLap?
EasyLap, so it's E-Z-E-L-A-P. They make all sorts of diamond stones and ceramic stones.
Oh, that looks like a beast. I like the look of that.
Definitely, sure. If you got, you know, if you need move a lot of material, it does it pretty well.
Yeah. Yep.
So hey guys, it is the Saturday evening. It's been a full day of activities. courses, demonstrations, practice sessions, the list goes on. So it's Saturday evening now, so pretty much everyone's had something to eat. Once again, they've got on-site caterers. And now tonight is a number of things. They've got some games going on, but we're kind of pretty much winding down for the weekend. Tomorrow, Sunday, there's a few things going on, but in a more kind of chilled and relaxed way. There's no courses on the Sunday, but what they have got, they've got a crafts market and a few other activities going on. And so tonight is kind of very much the kind of chilled out part of it. You know, it's kind of a wind down of a very busy period and a fantastic period. We've been blessed by the weather. Today's been absolutely glorious. And so now what's happening is this. There's some games going on, there's some singing around the fire, there's another silent disco, and it's just going to be an uber chill night. So what I'll do, I'll just bring you along with me to see some of the shenanigans going on. So enjoy that, and then I shall see you for Sunday morning.
You'll be good. 4, 5,
Where's the sweet honey?
It's blue for that.
I'm on aughts on the reds, there's some bangers queued up.
Morning guys, how are you doing? So this is the final day of Spoontown, the Sunday. So it's nice and early, everyone's starting to get packed down, and what's kicked off now is the spoon circle. So what a spoon circle is that everyone stands around in a huge circle with chopping blocks. You start off with a raw piece of wood and you start carving, and every so often the bell goes off and you've got to pass that wood around to the person to the next to you, and all the way you repeat that until you've got the finished spoon. Then in no particular order, there's going to be like a closing speech. There's also going to be a raffle with all the money being raised going to a charity that plants trees, and finally there's going to be a craft market, so everyone, not just the teachers or vendors or whatnot, but literally everyone can come and sell their wares. It could be not just spoons, it could be tools, it could be other craft items, literally anything. So it's an opportunity for you, even if you attend Spoontown, which I hope you do, that you can have the opportunity to sell stuff on the Sunday in the craft market, things that you made yourself, etc. So what we'll do now, we'll have a quick look at the spoon circle, and we get on with the final shenanigans of the last day, Sunday, of Spoontown 2023.
Sorry about that.
That's okay, that's okay.
Yes, I know.
To the blaster.
Learn something.
I do have to say, Mr. Tweedale, it's my axe.
You ruined my asymmetrical design. Yeah.
I didn't know you were going asymmetrical.
Yeah.
I thought you were a made sure there was no beach in the middle.
You ready, Zach?
we'd like to say thank you to our lovely Sue who's forced you all to buy tickets.
No pressure.
For the Woodland Council, we've raised £689. Well done.
It's the tree council.
Tree Council, sorry. And for all those that gave for the raffle, I think we need a big round of applause as well. We have some stunning prizes. What we're going to do is Emma's going to just pick one thing out of the box, and then Sue's going to draw a ticket. Should I tell you where it's from?
Okay, we're going to start with an Amy Bell leather sheath. Leather bib.
Okay, it's blue with white inside. It's actually got a name on Bruno from Uruguay.
Bruno from Uruguay.
Look at that, it's first one, look at that.
So they're going to get a knife template from Carolina.
Knife template from Carolina. What number? 451.
451, pink and white. Come on in.
Yay! Well done.
What the kids wins tonight?
We have a
James Breton.
Right, we've got a beautiful cherry plum spoon by Martin Hazell. Rather lovely.
And it's another blue and white 236 to 240.
Yes! Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Okay, so the next we have a beautiful little bowl turned by Mikey Elefant.
Oh, lovely. This is kind of beige and white. 86 to 90. Yeah.
There you go, look at that lovely little
Hey, well done, Mr. Montford.
Yeah.
Right, so Anna Barker, a beautiful birch shrink pot.
It is solid pink.
Funny.
Oh, I see. 101 to 105. Solid pink.
What's the bit? And it's got the solid yellow one as well.
Just a t-shirt. Okay, so we have an extra large Spoontown t-shirt.
291 to 295. Green.
But no one's going to want to shoot.
Hi, this is young Paul. Paul, I chose the
Another beige.
Okay, so
the little gate over
we've
there.
got a silky, a beautiful pocket silky that's been
We'll do that
donated
then.
by Matt at Woodland Crafts.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt. 141 to 145, kind of beige and white.
Come here, come back, come back. No, we'll pick another prize for you.
Well, thank you. Yeah, perfect.
You get a Spoontown hat.
461 to 465, yellow and white. That's white in the middle, like that. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Right, we've got a lovely willow bark bracelet by Nadine.
Yay.
Pink.
Solid pink.
Solid pink.
Yes.
221, 225. 221 to 225.
You could have been closer, beauty. Okay, so we have a beautiful wooden flower by Maz.
Yay!
That's wonderful, isn't it?
Aquamarine, is that
Yes.
what you call it? 71 to 75.
Don't mind those logs, darling.
New York is going. Gotta go back.
Just got to get that back on the plane. You've got to sit there like that.
Okay.
Look at this.
Ali
bowl, and it's a double locking pot. It's beautiful.
Yes, yes,
What a win.
Fabulous.
Nice. Somebody's growling now.
Lovely Lee Stoffer spoon. This was made at Spoontown last year.
Very beautiful.
So this is the first ever spoon that we've done on a raffle from the first ever Spoontown.
Yeah. 261 to 265.
Aquamarine.
Green and white. Green and white.
Is that the right colour?
Yes.
Okay, so we have a Spoontown mug.
Okay. Solid yellow. 241 to 245.
Excuse me. There you are. Right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so Right, so the beautiful Robbie Vashak has donated this. It's over 100 years old and it's just been sharpened by Sam. Hence, I have a little rubbish covering on there, but
it is razor sharp, so be very careful, but it is 100-year-old, and Robbie's been using this for a long time, so he gave it to us yesterday. Beautiful gift.
Okay, it's kind of beige and white. 366 to 370. 366 to 370, yes?
Oh, look at this.
So we have here a Tillett spoon made out of sweet chestnut.
And?
2 hours plus 2 hours troubleshooting class on Zoom with him.
So not only are you going to get a spoon, you're going to get 2 hours of class on Zoom for troubleshooting.
If you need it.
If you need it.
Always. Okay, that's yellow and white. 416 to 420.
Yeah!
Down here. He's definitely going to be on the phone very soon.
Yeah, but I've got to say, these are not my tickets. That's Sam Bentham. This is for Sam.
Bentham's won that.
Yeah.
Shall I give it you back and you can wrap it around?
You can still have the Zoom call, Jill.
Now we've got...
Thanks, mate. Did you do financial advice?
Okay, so we've got a ceramic bowl by Lou Chopping.
Ready for your perfect spoon, Spoontown bowl it is. It's got Spoontown on the handle.
Okay, it's aquamarine, 46 to 50. 46.
Good lad, Sim. Well deserved.
Okay, so we've got a lovely Amy Leake bowl.
Ooh. This is pink, solid pink, 171 to 175, solid pink.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's do this lovely basket by Ellie.
Beautiful. Okay, it's aquamarine and white again. 316 to 320.
That's not
aquamarine. Yes.
Here we go, guys.
So Adam Ashworth has done this beautiful Sloyd blade, which is actually a bottle opener.
Very handy.
51 to 55, blue and white. 51 to 55. Yes.
Well done.
Oh, so we have a beautiful spoon here by Deborah in Sported Hawthorn.
Ooh. Beautiful. Okay, sorry, solid yellow. 981 to 985, solid yellow. 981.
There you go.
Okay, so this is by John Warwicker.
Ooh. Just over there, on the stool there.
Oh, look, with the burny bit.
With the bodgers. Right, ready?
Pink, 441, solid pink to 445. You get it. 441.
Okay, so now we have a lovely Jane Mickelborough spoon.
Ooh. You're very lucky to get that one. Look at
that. It's yellow and white. It's 101 to 105. Yellow.
Okay, so this is from Marcus. Beautiful little spoon.
Beige and white, 11 to 15.
There we go, youngster.
Okay, now we've got another spoon template with the side template by Carolina.
Carolina's been very generous. She's given us 4 prizes today.
Yeah, amazing.
Full yellow, 406 to 410.
Solid yellow.
Yay!
Thank you. Okay, we have a nice Spoontown vacuum bottle.
Aquamarine 301 to 305. Aquamarine. Aquamarine.
Oh no. No, that's fine. Yeah, we'll leave that.
Tell you what we do. Because Emma was extremely disappointed. We'll give it to her.
Okay, next we've got this amazing spoon template by Tillett.
Okay, that's a yellow and white. 71 to 75.
There we go, sir.
Okay, so we have a lovely here Bodger's Bib by the lovely Richard Roberts.
Woo, woo, woo. And it's full yellow, 381 to 385.
No, I'm quite happy to have that.
Right, the next prize we have, and this is fantastic, we have a 1 hour social media consultation with the amazing Z Sharp.
Our Z here.
And that is another solid yellow, 576 to 580.
Just a bit of a warning, it might go to 2 hours.
Or 3 or 4, you know what it's like.
Okay, now there's a lovely cherry bowl by the gorgeous Phil Chiara.
Cherry bowl.
And this is pink and white. Pink and white, 326 to 330. Pink and white.
I think that's me.
So yeah.
Wow. Good job. Nearly there.
Right, we're not far off. Another lovely turn bowl by Mikey. Oh, beautiful thing.
Full yellow, 796 to 800.
Yay!
Come on.
I was very happy about that one.
Good, she bought about 40 quid's worth.
It's somewhere in there.
796.
I suggest with the next prize you all listen very carefully and make sure you check your tickets.
We have a beautiful Sloyd knife by Nick Westermann.
Oh!
With his first ever bark cover.
There you go.
Oh, sorry. Aquamarine, 16 to 20.
Alright, it's going to a good home, isn't it? It's going to a good home.
So, very talented Harald Lamon has given us a beautiful shrink pot.
Colour of that.
Yeah.
Blue and white. Blue and white is blue. 16 to 20.
Yep.
Yay! Very happy about that.
Yeehaw!
Oh, the trend, look.
Spoontown hats.
Right. Oh, sorry. 296 to 300, solid pink. Oh, today.
And a man who wears bucket hats. Look.
There we go.
296.
Yes.
There you go.
Could be better, could it?
Thank you.
Perfect.
Okay, we have a lovely spoon by Carolina.
So another prize from Carolina. It's
Beautiful
beautiful
decoration
spoon.
on there.
Beige and white, 326 to 330. Pink is more.
That's
oh,
it,
no,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not beige. Let me see. Yes.
The Disco Diva Darren has.
He's not ruffling off his gold trousers.
Yeah. Nobody wants those.
He's still trying to get out of them. So we have this lovely ash and pewter fro necklace.
He's also selling them in the market later.
Solid pink, 111 to 115. So
Let's go. It's me.
Come on, they're lovely. So, the lovely Claire of the Woods has given us this beautiful scoop. Lovely little coffee scoop.
yellow and white, 221 to 225. Yes, good man.
There we go. It's beautiful. It is a scoop. Yeah, that was gorgeous. Thank you very much.
Right, so we've got Nadine has given us a lovely willow bark sheath for a knife.
So that's 2 prizes from Nadine. Thank you, Nadine.
Solid pink again. 11 to 15.
There we go.
Because you waited till the last minute to buy the ticket.
Okay, so now we have a lovely, some more spoon templates from Carolina.
This is her 4th prize to us. How lovely is that?
Yellow and white. 391 to 395.
It's about time you had a template, for goodness sake.
Happy note.
Lovely Willow Dolly by Marianne van Niekerken.
Well read. Well done.
231 to 235, pink and white. Woo woo! Grundy!
So we have another lovely bowl by Mikey.
Ooh.
Look at that, that's lovely.
That's another solid yellow. 311 to 315.
See, that means one you haven't.
Okay, so we have here oh, this is lovely. Made this year at Spoontown by Adam Hawker.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Blue and white. 351 to 355. Blue.
Hey. Lucky man.
Okay, so TrickyDicky, beautiful spoon,
lovely.
milk paint.
Aquamarine.
Yeah.
Aquamarine
No,
and white. 381 to 385. Aquamarine. Look at his bundle of tickets.
got a right
no,
bundle
sorry,
there.
381.
And we have here from Amy Bell a lovely handmade leather sheath. Look at that design.
Ooh. Fits a Moira.
And this is made to fit a Morrell 106.
Ooh.
It's pink and white again. 331 to 335.
Yes, there was a shout.
Right, this is the last. This is our last prize.
Very last
actually.
prize.
So, Ellie held a class, and these are the 3 winning teaspoons.
Our
Of the
challenge.
Okay.
So that's it. That's our raffle done. Please responsibly get rid of the tickets. Don't just roll on the floor. Thank you everyone who donated. Right, if you're going to hold just for 2 minutes, anyone running a stall, please go in and get to your stall.
Oh,
Okay, we're ready.
Coffee's gone cold.
Send them in. Wayne, send them across. Get ready, just half a town to the right, outside.
Yeah.
Go for the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
There's a YouTube video of me and Zed. It's quite handy. This is his filming. But we go through lots and lots of different sorts of.
Yeah, but why should he play?
Thank you for looking after the stall yesterday when I was running it. It seemed to go well this time.
Oh, it went really well actually. Yeah.
A nice gentle pace as well.
Okay.
I know. Yes. Do you need more pots?
So there you have it, my friends. That is a wrap for this year's Spoontown. It has been an absolutely amazing event, a really big success. Only in its second year of running, everyone's had an incredible time. The pre-towns were a huge success. The Spoontown main weekend was a huge success, and all in all, everyone had a wonderful time. They learnt lots of connections made, lots of stuff bought, lots of inspiration, and it's just lovely to spend time with other like-minded people in this beautiful part of the country here in Kent in the southeast of England. So as a bit of a recap, like I said, this runs every year at the end of July. And so what I'm going to do is put a link below to the main website, which is basically www.spoontown.co.uk, and that's where you're able to kind of find out more about the event and secure your ticket. Now the tickets, depending on where you're watching this, are typically released earlier in the year. There's no specific month or date just yet, but what you do if you go to the website and you don't see the sales page, it means it hasn't been released yet. And on there you'll be able to see a link to the Facebook page, the official Spoontown Facebook page, which is called Spoontownies. It's completely free to join, and that's actually how you be kept up to date of when the tickets for Spoontown as well as Pretown go live. And as soon as they go live, then obviously that's your opportunity to obviously reserve your place either for just the main weekend Spoontown or both the Spoontown and Pretown. And like I said, a reminder, the Pretown are more kind of detailed courses where obviously you dive deep with one particular instructor for 2.5 days, and Spoontown is obviously just a much more mixture of things that are going on. And yeah, if you're going to attend Pretown, then definitely attend Spoontown also. But like I said, if you go to that website, you don't see the sales page, you probably will see this video or a video similar of the most recent Spoontown. And also what you're going to see is a link there for the Spoontownies Facebook group, and that's where you'll be kept up to date on when the tickets go live. That being said, if you go to the page and you see the sales page, it means the tickets are live. So I would absolutely love to see you at the next Spoontown. If you are going to attend the next Spoontown, do come over, say hello if you see me. And until then, really do hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, the idea with this video is kind of show you a little bit of everything going on. And I still didn't manage to film every single thing. There was so much to see, do and enjoy here. But I just wanted to give you a bit of a kind of taster, let's say, for both the Pretown and Spoontown. So if you've watched all the way up until the end of this video, I really appreciate that. And I shall see you on the next installment of a Z Outdoors video. If not, I shall see you at Spoontown. So with that being said and done, I would like to thank you for watching all the way up until the end of this video. I would also like to thank Jill Swan, the founder of Spoontown, and the rest of the admin team for putting on an absolutely amazing event. And as always, I hope whatever you're doing, you have a blessed day, a blessed week ahead. For myself, Z Outdoors, and the amazing team here at Spoontown, peace out.